Hey there, Kat here, and today I wanted to read embarrassing stories from the internet because who does not love an embarrassing story? You know what I mean? So let's go. Oh my god. Okay, this one's good already. The title is My Uncle-in-Law Walked In on Me Pooping. I'm in Germany visiting family and there are 2 bathrooms in this house. Only one can lock, but I have to use a metal key. It's a very old rendition of a key. An insert in a hole and turn it left. And usually I am a very cautious bathroom user and make sure to pull the handle down and push just to be sure it's locked well. But I guess this time I didn't do it right because I heard footsteps approaching the door and I was going to do something to let the person know I was on the toilet. But I quickly remembered that I had locked it. Makes sense. Unfortunately, it had been unlocked and he had opened the door halfway before noticing I was in there and quickly shut it and saying something apologetically. Oh my goodness. That is awesome. I tried to open a stranger's car thinking it was mine. I went inside a smoothie shop to get my dad a smoothie and when I came out, I went to what I thought was my car and tried to open the door. I have a key fob and I pressed the button but the door wouldn't open. I set my smoothie on the hood of the car and was very confused. I realized a few seconds later that I parked right next to this car and that it's the same model and car. I opened my own car door just fine. I hope no one saw me, lol. Tell me why every time I park somewhere, I go to the wrong car. I don't understand. This is so me. Like, I don't know. This is so relatable. This is me 100%. I asked the stupidest question ever. I was working later than usual last night and a few minutes before I left, my manager was showing me what to put in the mop water and telling me that I needed it to be hot. I prepared it wrong. And I had a brain fart and asked, "How do you turn it hot?" To which she pointed to the faucet handle and said, "The red." I immediately felt stupid. What's wrong with my brain? Laughs out loud. I hate when you do stupid stuff like that you're like, it's so dumb you shock yourself and it keeps you up at night for years. But you know, that to that person, you just do stuff like that all the time. So there's a comforting thought. I went into a store today. One employee said, "Welcome in." I wanted to say hi or thanks, but instead I said, "Welcome back." I'm so embarrassed. That's so cute. Has anyone been accidentally rude to someone? I remember when I was at a concert and someone accidentally stepped on my foot and I was like, "Ow," in a really annoyed tone for some weird reason when it didn't even hurt. It's like my brain just made up that response and the person muttered sorry under their breath and turned back to the stage and I just felt horrible. Literally, it was like 4 years ago, but it keeps me up at night. Please tell me I'm not alone. My brain is on autopilot. I'm literally the most tame person ever. I don't even know why I did that. I think you were just startled. I doubt they even remember that happening. I peed my bed and then slept walk around my dorm hallway. 18 female. Sometimes I wet the bed and sometimes I sleepwalk, but I've never done both in one night. LOL. I guess I peed the bed and didn't realize it while I was sleepwalking around in soaking wet pants. Haha. Luckily just my roommates and RA found out, but I'm so embarrassed that I literally peed in my sleep without realizing. That's pretty good. I used to sleepwalk all the time when I was a kid. Like I remember waking up this one morning and my mom was like, "Do you remember trying to get into the garage because you said you had to go pee?" And I was like, "No." Like I was so confused and she's like, "You were crying because we wouldn't let you leave the house." I was like, "What are you talking about?" Or I apparently always roll out of beds or something. I don't know. I was a crazy kid. My horrible attempt at flirting gone terribly wrong. This one sounds juicy. Okay, so this was back when I was in middle school and I had this huge crush on this one dude in my class. Me and him used to get shipped a lot together since the 2nd grade because we both were the tall ones in class. And I remember hating every moment of it until things suddenly changed when we entered middle school and I started to notice little things like his dimples when he smiled or how smart he was and stuff. I was getting frustrated about my repressed feelings that I attempted to flirt. Keep in mind that I am a major loser, I don't think so, and have never even spoken to anyone with a romantic context in my life. Instead of approaching him in a normal way, I decided to be not like other girls and take this a step higher. My crush was good at sports and pretty athletic for the most part, whereas I wasn't. Same. So I tried to do something that I regret even now. We were standing under this huge mango tree in our school. A mango tree where you live? That's awesome. And he was also there. While we stood there, I looked up at the hanging leaves and thought, wouldn't it be so cool if I jumped up and smacked those leaves volleyball style to show how athletic I am? That's adorable. Pathetic, I know. No, it's cute. And I proceeded to do just that, and instead of falling back down smoothly, I fell flat on my butt and sat there contemplating my life decisions for a whole minute. To my horror, he looked at me and said, "I know what you're doing, just stop please," and walked back. That's so rude. Like, why can't you just, like, be polite and, like, help the person up? It doesn't say anything about helping her up. I have truly never attempted to flirt again, crying emoji. Okay, that's just rude. That's just a jerk. You're just flirting with the wrong person, that's all. If somebody did that trying to flirt with me, even if I wasn't interested in them, I'd be like, oh, that's endearing, that's sweet. You know, you don't have to be a jerk about it. Farted in a teacher's face, and in parentheses it says, by accident. I'm a teacher and went to a Saturday training held at a local high school. When we had a break, I found my way down a dark hallway to find a restroom. None of the lights were on. When I came out of the bathroom, I suddenly had to fart. Since I thought I was alone in the hallway, I decided to let it rip. It echoed off the walls. Jesus, what is happening? What are you eating that's echoing off the walls? This cannot be a real story. And as soon as it did, I heard a woman's voice say, "Hey, hey, hey." I glanced over my shoulder and there was a teacher from another school right behind me. She fanned her face. "Oh, sorry, didn't know you were there." I just kept walking. I walked right out the door, got in my car, and drove home. Didn't even attend the rest of the training. This can't be real, but that is hilarious though. I had a job delivering pizza as a teen. This one time, I pulled into this guy's driveway to deliver a pie. I must have missed all the signs and guys working because I pulled right into this guy's freshly paved drive. Oh no, so was it still like wet cement? It gets worse. It was the wrong house. The pizza was for his next door neighbor. Dude, so you ruined the cement and it wasn't even the right house? Oh my god. What do you do in that situation? Like, obviously you have to go tell the person, but like, you're delivering pizzas. I doubt you can, you know, front the costs for the ruined driveway. That would be so humiliating. This one time I got this unexpected knock on my door and it was Domino's, and I was like, I did not order any Domino's, but my husband has like ordered pizza for me before and it just showed up at the house, and you know, it was a surprise, like while he was at work or something. And so I was like, oh, he must have done that again. And so, but then so I take the pizza and then the guy says, oh, it would be this much. And I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't have my debit card because my husband had it. We were like sharing one debit card at the time. And then I was like, I didn't, did they not pay over the phone because I didn't place this order? And he goes, this is so-and-so, right? And I was like, oh no. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm at the wrong address. And how embarrassing. He probably thought I was like, because obviously I know I didn't order the pizza, and so he probably thought that I assumed they paid already and I'm just like trying to steal their order, right? And I was like, oh, sorry. And I don't even know if I explained the situation, but he probably just thought I was like this just terrible person that was just saw an opportunity to steal somebody's pizza. It's like, what is wrong with you, lady? This says short but effective. I went to the store to buy my mom some chips. Small store, short trip. I'm wearing comfortable pajamas, including a long sleeve shirt that says, need more coffee. I get out of the car and am immediately greeted by a kid that goes to the school I work at. Then as I walk into the store, I see a family friend with her kids in line, say hello, and continue on my mission. Chips. Nervous, I walked down the chip aisle only to be faced by two co-workers who felt the need to hug me. I look a mess and had to see 4 different people. Horrible. Why is it only when you go into town looking a fool that you run into people you know? You spend an hour and a half getting all dolled up, see no one you know. You go in looking like crap to grab one thing real quick and you see everyone you've ever met in your entire life. Why? Without fail. Always. Just like how your belt loop on your pants or your pockets only get stuck on the door handle when you're in a bad mood, because that's what you need. That's the straw on the camel's back, I tell you what. Global work call. I ended it with, okay, love you, bye, because my boyfriend texted at that moment and my brain crossed wires. That is so embarrassing. I think you have to quit. Like, don't call in and quit. Don't ever show your face there again. Just leave. Never return. How humiliating. My mic was on for 10 minutes in class. I was watching a YouTube vid and reacting to it and talking about it with my friend, and it was a very hyper conversation, and I muted my class to do this, and the whole freaking time my mic was on, and finally someone in my group class at me and said it was me, and I asked them how long it was on and they said 10 minutes. I feel like crawling up in a hole and just shriveling up. That is so embarrassing, but why'd they let it go on for 10 minutes without telling you? I embarrassed myself in the gym. So I am I'm fat and I go to the gym to lose weight. I usually go with my friend or my brother because I'm very anxious, but today I had to go alone because my brother was sick and my friend lied that he would come to the gym with me. So I did my things and go to one machine and I started to use completely wrong. Everyone was looking at me like they would start to laugh. I got embarrassed and left. And it says, update. I went to the gym alone again and I wasn't embarrassed this time. I did cardio and my lower body workout and went and did 3 times of 10 on that machine from yesterday. Okay, so it's 3 sets of 10 reps. Thank you for the kind words of encouragement. I was questioning myself if I can go back, but I remembered what all of you said and felt if I didn't go, your words will go to waste. So I'm very thankful for all of you. I hope you all have an amazing day like I did today. Thanks to you. Yeah, I wouldn't be embarrassed at the gym. Everyone's there is just to get healthier and work out, and I don't think people are really thinking about you as much as you think they are. They might have been concerned, but if they were, concerned that you were going to hurt yourself or something, but if they were, then they should have come over and offered to help maybe. But I wouldn't be embarrassed. It sounds like you're doing a great job, so congrats. Someone in my class thought I was pregnant. I'm 23 female, I'm in a 2-week course right now, and I walked in and was chatting before class. Everyone is 25 to 65. One of the guys asked about my pregnancy, and I do not think I even look pregnant, maybe just a little chubby. I was too embarrassed and went along with it since it's only a 2-week course. Never assume somebody is pregnant. I don't care if they look 9 months pregnant. That is not a situation you want to get yourself in, and that is not, you do not want somebody to be insulted because you think they look pregnant and they're actually not pregnant. Oh my goodness. I'm sure you look fine. People are just rude, We all do stupid stuff, so just try not to think about it. Help, I literally just got into some random man's car. I just got off the bus from uni and I ran to the car because it was the same color and shape or whatever and had the same letters of the license plate, and it was parked in the same spot my mom usually parks in, and I just swung open the door and sat down. And when I looked over and saw some guy and he was like, "This is not your car." Lord, I said holy crap a gazillion times and sorry and just got out, and to make matters worse, the kid whose car that was like, "What the heck?" And I just ran away to mine and burst into tears. Aw, I can't believe this happened. Okay, so this happens to everybody, I guess. And also I used to work with a coworker who when she told me this story, she went into Walmart and when she came out, she got in her car and she got mad because she got in her car and there's this coffee cup in there, there's all this random stuff, and she's like, "What the heck, who is in my car?" And then she realized she was sitting in somebody else's wrong car. So I haven't actually gone into the wrong person's car, but I've walked up to the wrong car every single time I come out of somewhere. I don't know what's wrong. And then an old coworker I had has done it, and then I'm reading all these stories on here. This is such a common issue. I feel bad they cried though. It's not that serious. I'm sure they just thought it was funny, the other person. I wouldn't be too hard on yourself about it. I ripped butt at the gym. I was in the ab crunch machine, really trying to hold it in, but couldn't. Even with my earbuds in, blaring, it seemed quiet. I haven't eaten anything too unhealthy lately, so maybe it won't be too bad. I was drenched in sweat anyways. The smell of my own BO might cover it up. All good, right? Wow. A woman was sitting in the leg machine. A moment or two afterward, out of the corner of my vision, I could see her stop mid-rep and turn her head slightly towards me. She just stared silently into space for a second, then went back to her thing. Dude, oh my god. The reaction you got was priceless. How embarrassing. When I was in high school, we were doing, how you test how many sit-ups you can do in a minute. And so you'd have one person hold your feet while you do the sit-ups and then switch. Well, the guy next to me who was doing his sit-ups, 5 sit-ups in a row, every single time he came up, farted. It was so... I felt so bad for him because I can't imagine how embarrassing that would be to be him. And then this girl that was holding his feet was really I don't know, just really preppy looking, perfect hair and makeup and clothes, and she was just giving him this super judgy look, and I just felt so bad. He was getting no sympathy over there, dude. It was the worst person to fart in front of, you know what I mean? It was humiliating. I was getting secondhand embarrassment for him. Stole food by accident. This happened yesterday. I went to watch my mom play tennis and I walked to what I thought was her team's table, which had a layout of food. I took a sandwich and started eating it, not paying much attention to any other people around the table who might have been looking at me. My mom, between sets, rushed over to me and told me that her table was over there, gesturing about 30 feet to the left. I ate some other team's food. Oops. That is so embarrassing. I guess everyone at the table was just in shock that you just came and stole their food. They're like, what the heck are you doing? Somebody commented, other people's food always tastes better. Alright, well I think that's going to be it for today. Just a quick video. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.